happened to the wire? Hold on, something weird happened. Alright. Anyways, not yesterday, but a couple days ago, I was watching back the part 3 of the stream, and I noticed something. There's a tape up there. I was gonna say, let's see if I can knock it down by... Alright, come on, it shouldn't be that hard. Okay. Where did it go? What? It's not letting me draw it. My balls are... See that? There we go. Oh. It's gone now. Do you think that unlocked the tapes? Oh my god, it did. Is it just in order to get creepier? Okay, let's just go look at the tapes. How many tapes did I get anyways? It's a lot of tapes. Oh, let me just rub my eyes. So, tape 1.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Don't exit this room, okay? This isn't a mistake. This room isn't a mistake. I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files, in a place that only a beta tester would look, and in a place where the files could be protected. I just really, really hope that the next development team finds this before the game is released to the public. This game has some kind of malicious code in it that we haven't been able to fully contain, or even understand for that matter. We're over budget and out of time. But that's not the reason that we're shutting down. Listen, I have to keep this short, so the file size will be small enough to fly under the radar. There are more. They may not be in order.
Well, okay then. Tape 2.
I saw it for the first time today. There was a character I couldn't make out who it was, standing at the end of the hall.
This place is
I
creepy.
thought it was just bugged out, so I made a note of it and kept playing. But then it was looking in the window, and not like Chica or Bonnie would. It was like it was actually looking in the window, seeing what I was doing.
Alright then. Tape 3.
I heard a pretty heated conversation this morning between Dale, our manager, and someone else on the line. It really feels like this project is in trouble, in no small part because of the lawsuit, I'm sure. There has to be a lawsuit. There's no way there isn't.
What lawsuit?
It happened in this building just a few doors down from me. I think it's made worse by the fact that Jeremy tried to tell us something was wrong. But as a dev team, we all just saw it as a challenge to find what the problem was and fix it. Who could have known that? I have to go.
Okay, come on. Tape 4. So, what's going on?
Have you ever heard of a guillotine paper slicer?
Yes,
it sounds made up,
your fingers.
but it's an actual piece of office equipment. I didn't even know we had one in the supply room. I guess they're more common at businesses that do a lot of graphic design work.
So I got 11 tapes so far.
I remember seeing one when I was still in school, and even then, I knew how dangerous it looked. I was always afraid of losing a finger. That seems so silly now. Jeremy used to do design work. I guess that's how he knew it was there.
Okay, but what does a guillotine paper slicer have to do with anything? You guys gotta admit, this is cool. Oh, numbered. Oh, they just all say 09 on them.
The drawers have been emptied out. Someone was here. I don't think it was spring clean.
I didn't mean to do that.
The drawers have been emptied out. Someone was here. I don't think it was spring cleaning either. No, there was plastic on the floor. Someone was definitely here during the night. It had to have been the client. I mean, They sent us that stuff in the first place with no explanation, told us to scan it, said it would expedite the process so we wouldn't need to program any pathfinding ourselves. It was a budget thing, I guess. It was just junk.
What?
Circuit boards and things like that. Looked pretty old. Somehow, though, there was usable code on some of it. It seemed to take hold by itself. Things started changing. But then, he started appearing. At least that's what Jeremy said.
So... Okay, come on. Why is it not letting me ever grab the tape I'm actually trying to get? Look at that! You guys could try. I'm trying to grab, like, tape 6. Why would it take tape 4?
I came in early that morning. No one else was there. At least that's what I thought. The supply room was lit. I didn't even notice Jeremy standing in the testing room as I walked past. The supply room was so bright, glowing from all the way down the hall.
Is that the end of it, or did I just accidentally...
I came in early that morning.
There's no way that's the end of it.
No one else was there. At least that's what I thought. The supply room was lit. I didn't even notice Jeremy standing in the testing room as I walked past. The supply room was so bright, glowing from all the way down the hall.
Nope, that was the end of it. Okay.
Jeremy complained of nightmares when he came in this morning. He wasn't talking about it like someone telling a friend about his dreams, though. He was pale. Looked like he hadn't eaten in days. He spent an hour talking in Dale's office, but it didn't look like he was given much sympathy. When he came out, he went directly back to the testing room. He doesn't even jump anymore. Nothing scares him. He just stands there like he's talking to someone. Sometimes he rocks from side to side. We were told to leave him alone.
This reminds me a lot of
I knew I was in
Bendy.
line to do the testing next. They'd been prepping me for it. I guess they knew that Jeremy would need to be replaced soon.
This sounds a lot like Bendy. I don't know why, though.
You can always tell when a company is getting ready to fire someone. They start giving out written warnings for silly things, making sure to build a paper trail and make a case for a firing. Things that normally no one would care about suddenly become grave offenses, all worthy of being written and documented. I guess it works two ways, because it also encourages a person to quit rather than be scrutinized so heavily. I think Jeremy was too far gone to consider that option, though. The thing about it is that I don't think they were going to fire him because of anything he was doing wrong. They just knew he'd seen something. They needed to discredit him.
Okay, no, not tape 10. 9.
There was something that looked like a Halloween mask laying on the floor. I didn't understand. Ink must have spilled. It was only then that I heard a shuffle from the testing room and realized Jeremy must be there. I went back and peered in the window. I couldn't see his face. He had the visor covering his head. He had ink spilled on himself as well. The front of his shirt looked black in the dark room. He turned his head in my direction, but I don't think he knew I was there.
Okay, purple. Okay, I'm not gonna ask about that, Kaden.
I was told I had 3 days to finish Jeremy's work, but I know it's just passing the time. They don't really expect me to do anything. It's just to keep up appearances until the buyout is complete. We have to look like we have things under control. There's another potential development studio that wants to pick up from here, but who knows what kind of lies they're being fed to convince them to do it.
Are they
Against my better judgment,
talking about steel
I'm
wool?
going to do my best to see what's here.
I know,
Notes of
Kaden.
it,
I
and
know
try
about
to isolate
just the
where
location.
this thing is hiding. At least then, the next person that tests this will have a chance of getting rid of it.
Cool.
Today
What
was
is
my
this?
last day of beta testing, and the anomaly that I've been seeing is nowhere to be found. But after inspecting some of the files, it seems that it's attached itself to these logs. My logs. That can't be an accident. So now I have to make a choice. Do I leave these logs here for you to find, or do I try to purge this thing myself by destroying the logs? I've chosen the latter.
Tape player, it was at the prize counter. I noticed it when I was watching the stream back. Hold on, look. You can rewind the stream if you want, but I mean, I'll just show you.
You're
Yep.
doing a great job, and no doubt having...